How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz releasing a report about former FBI Director James Comey, which is part of a larger report about the FBI, but it's not the same thing as that, although there's plenty of overlap when you're talking about the former FBI Director and the FBI itself. The report started back in 2017 when there was a probe launched into the FBI. Did James Comey handle the Hillary Clinton email scandal appropriately? Were there any DOJ employees that leaked information? Did Comey leak information? How about Peter Strzok? Now, what they found as it related to James Comey, I'll place on the screen before you. It reads, the responsibility to protect sensitive law enforcement information falls in large part to the employees of the FBI who have access to it through their daily duties. Former Director Comey failed to live up to this responsibility by not safeguarding sensitive information obtained during the course of his FBI employment and by using it to create public pressure for official action. Comey set a dangerous example for the over 35,000 current FBI employees and the many thousands more former FBI employees who similarly have access to or knowledge of non-public information. Now, I got to translate that into layman's terms. Basically, James Comey was having communication with Donald Trump. In those meetings, he was taking notes. He was writing quote unquote memos, if you heard about those. What he did was give the memos to his friend, and his quote unquote friend gave it to the media. Now, the purpose of that was to get the whole Russia situation kick-started. Okay, you put it out there in the media are going to keep talking about it, Russia, and then that is what in part sparked a lot of the Russia controversy, the Red Scare. And I think he even said that, Comey that is, he even said that on television. That was the whole purpose of him doing that. Now, he didn't do it himself to avoid any kind of criminal action coming against him because unfortunately in this report, they said that the DOJ will decline to prosecute James Comey. All right. But I think the main issue is that they're saying that he did not actually leak it himself. James Comey did not go to the media and say, here's my memos or whatever. He gave it to his quote unquote friend, and then his friend did it. He could throw the friend under the bus all day. I'm not sure if he actually named the quote unquote friend. And if that person is not known, then what you really going to do? Even if they are known, what's going to happen? You know, maybe they get in trouble legally, but James Comey will not. Yes, he did do what I mentioned about giving it to the guy, and he didn't protect the information. But a couple of things here. It was found that the information was not quote unquote classified. And two, like I said, Comey didn't do it. And Comey knows what he's doing. He's a lawyer. He knew that he can go about it this way and avoid trouble and avoid any kind of penalty. Now, whether he's a criminal or not is a whole different argument, but he's obviously an unethical person, somebody that has no type of morals to themselves. I mean, come on, you dragging the whole nation through this whole thing for what though? Like, even after this whole Russiagate kerfuffle, we have nothing, no more than what we had before Russiagate happened. And it's pretty clear that the FBI, or at least those at the top, your James Comey, Peter Strzok, etc., they wanted Trump to get out of there. They were trying to do different things to get him out. You saw my man, the former Overstock CEO, Patrick Byrne, talk about Strzok and Comey. It's pretty clear what they were doing. They had it in for Trump. They wanted to get him out of there. It's like they were in bed with the mainstream media, with the left. I would not be surprised if James Comey knew the person that got the information from the quote unquote friend before the quote unquote friend gave it to him. I would not be surprised at all. That would just kind of make sense. Now, to go back to this whole non-prosecution, I understand many of you are upset. I'm upset too, but at the same time, what law was violated? He did violate terms of his employment with the FBI, but what law was violated? I think that people like this should have certain laws that are written for them, or there should be some kind of ambiguity in the law that would have some kind of safeguard against things like this happening. When you are intentionally engaging in things to start witch hunts and everybody knows it, you can prove it, you say it on TV, you should not be allowed just to get away with it and do whatever you want to do. Okay. And I think there was also something in here about Comey wanting to have this whole sex allegation thing against him. We all know about the dossier from Christopher Steele, which was totally bogus, talking about Donald Trump hired 2 Russian hookers to pee on the bed in Moscow because he knows that Michelle and Barack go to the place and they're going to lay on the bed and they're going to get wet with the pee. I mean, just retarded stuff, okay, which was funded by the DNC and or the Clinton Crime Foundation. You're paying a foreign agent, Christopher Steele, a British intelligence officer. He's talking to the Russians, getting things done. And that's okay. That's not really a big deal. It's a matter of legality. What can you get him on legally to actually prosecute him? I don't know. Maybe a lawyer that's more intelligent than I am is able to find some laws to get him on. But for right now, he's going to evade any kind of criminal justice. Now, when it comes to civil justice, I'm not sure. If I were Trump or anybody else, I'd sue him till he'd be up under the debt penitentiary. I'm talking about no more money, penniless, on the street with no shirt on. You got to sell the lint in your pockets to be able to survive. That's what I would do. But as far as anything else, I'm not really sure. Either way it goes, as I close, we all know that James Comey was and is a corrupt person, a weirdo. One day you're talking about how bad Hillary Clinton is as it relates to the Clinton email scandal. You don't prosecute her, and then you try to set Donald Trump up. I mean, what's really going on? Do you not want Hillary? Do you not want Trump? That goes back to what my man Patrick Byrne, the former Overstock CEO, said. He said that the FBI, or quote unquote men in black, recruited him to not only try to set up Donald Trump, but also to set up Hillary Clinton, Ted Cruz, and others. Who did they really want in office? Do they want total anarchy? Nobody to be in office? Maybe they wanted a Paul Ryan or somebody like that. Somebody that's more controllable and not so much corrupt like Hillary Clinton was. So you're going to fight a corrupt individual with corruption? It seems like it's deeper than that to me, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And that's pretty much all I got. What say you? Do you think that the report is correct about how James Comey did not handle the sensitive information appropriately? He violated terms of his employment at the FBI. How about the non-prosecution? What's going on with that? What are your feelings on that? Do you think it's a matter of the law simply not being there to prosecute him? Or is it a matter of, you know, the deep state working, high-level people never seem to go to jail? They do all kind of crazy things, but they never go to jail. When they're on the left, if you're on the right and you get accused of lying about what grade you first learned how to spell a very long word, you get sent to jail for a year for perjury, lying to the jury. I mean, you have very harsh penalties, those of us on the right, but those on the left, it seems like it's very light penalties. I mean, the justice system does not seem to be working properly. That's just me on the outside. I could be wrong. I could be looking at certain laws that don't always apply to each other. But at a certain point in time, when I keep seeing the same pattern of those who are on the left, those that are very subversive, whether they say they're on the left or the right, whatever, those that are very subversive towards the nation seem to get very light penalties for their actions, but those that are more patriotic seem to get higher penalties. I got to look at it like, okay, something different is going on that I can't see. There's an invisible hand at work here. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.